Behind the Christmas cheer of the Wallace Preston family, there was a dark and violent reality. While children excitedly opened their presents, Za'Zelle Preston lay lifeless just inches away, the victim of her partner's brutal and deadly abuse. Join me as we look into the case of Za'Zelle Preston and uncover the shocking events that led to this tragic Christmas morning and the devastating consequences for all involved. Za'Zelle Preston was a 26-year-old mother of three who was studying at Capri's College in Capri's, California. She was studying to become a domestic violence counselor, which she had a lot of experience with due to her home life. Preston was in a relationship with a man by the name of William Wallace, who was 39 at the time. When they met, Preston had 2 children from a previous relationship. The couple would become pregnant and have a child of their own later on. To the outside world, the relationship was very happy, with the couple always smiling and content out in public, but behind closed doors, things were not as peaceful as they appeared. Wallace was a very violent man, spending time in jail for previous domestic violence. Sadly, Preston would experience Wallace's violence firsthand on multiple occasions. In 2008, Wallace pleaded guilty to beating and threatening to kill Preston and served 18 days in jail. Preston's family described Wallace as controlling and violent, with Preston's mother saying that he was a psychopath with a hair-trigger temper. There were multiple times when Preston tried to escape from Wallace, but every time he would find her or somehow convince her to come back. Preston's grandmother recounts a time when she found Preston in the fetal position in the street after an alleged beating from Wallace. There were also times when Preston called her grandmother on the phone stating that she was hiding from Wallace in a convenience store bathroom. Both times, Preston returned back to Wallace, not knowing that she was getting closer and closer to her final beating. On the night of December 24th, 2011, the couple went to a neighbor's apartment for a Christmas Eve party. Everything seemed to be going well, with the couple drinking and hanging out with friends. That was until Wallace became drunk. They left the party and returned home when an argument ensued. In a drunken rage, Wallace attacked Preston. There were many different stories as to what happened afterwards, but Wallace claims that they were arguing and Preston attempted to attack him and that she managed to bite him. He then stated that because she was drunk, she tripped and fell into a glass table and hit her head. Preston's oldest daughter, who was 8 at the time, claimed that Preston and Wallace were arguing and Wallace pushed Preston into the glass table. The daughter remembers helping pull pieces of glass from Preston's body before Wallace carried Preston into the bathroom to clean her up. He then dropped Preston and she hit her head on the side of the toilet seat. He cleaned her up and laid her in bed as if she were asleep. The next morning, Wallace dragged Preston to the living room and propped her up on the couch with sunglasses on as if she were alive and sitting. The kids then woke up and came into the living room to open gifts. When the children questioned what was wrong with their mother, Wallace stated that Mommy ruined Christmas. She got drunk and she ruined Christmas. Preston's mother called that morning to speak to Preston, and Wallace claimed that she had not woken up and that she had been slobbering and peed herself. Wallace would then call 911 at 9:30 a.m., claiming that his wife needed medical attention. When the paramedics arrived, they found her dead on the couch. The police stated that there was bloodstains all around the couple's home and that it appeared that Preston had at least 6 blunt force blows to her head. Wallace was arrested and charged with second-degree murder and sentenced to 15 years to life. This is 5-Minute Crimes. Be sure to subscribe to get updated on future videos. I've also created a Discord where I'm fairly active on, as well as a Patreon where I post updates for current videos as well as things related to cases I cannot post on YouTube. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one.